Hi, good evening, good Tuesday, and welcome back. Thanks for being a part of the program. We are quickly getting ready to say goodbye to the month of June. We're going to do so on a pretty mild note. Things are calming down, cooling off outside. 78 and sunny on your Wednesday. How's that for a hump day forecast? A beautiful one at that. We've got some more nice weather. However, you knew that was coming, right? Just in time for the weekend, some clouds and the potential for some showers. We're closely following your 4th of July forecast, but the updates in the past 24 hours are not necessarily to my liking. Not terrible, just not to my liking at this point. More in your forecast in just a few moments. A truck stolen from a Sagersville business very early this morning and a $2,000 reward being offered. A pastor who was accused of coming to Frankfort to have sex or make contact with what he believed was a 15-year-old juvenile has taken his own life. We've learned the Sagersville City Council meeting from last night and other news and information to pass along to you in what's left of the half hour. I just wanted to make note last night, as I mentioned to you in one of our top stories last night, a friend of mine who was shot violently in Lexington, as I reported last night. He was getting out of a cab, as I told you last program, after coming home from a party at a friend's house. And after exiting that cab shortly thereafter, 3 men that he identified as young black men in their teens, possibly 20s, held him up, took money from his wallet, took his cell phone, and upon maybe resisting their efforts to rob him or harm him, one of them shot him. He was struck a total of 3 times, and one of those hits to his chest was violent. He did undergo an extensive surgery, the most recent surgery yesterday, and he is recovering. Just this morning, now that was Saturday night, Sunday morning, just this morning around 5 a.m., which is the same time that my friend Coleman Saunders was shot, a Lexington man was approached by 3 men, no other details about their identity, but was approached, robbed of his personal electronics, other items, and shot in the leg. There was also at least one armed robbery in Lexington last night and during the overnight as well, just to pass that along. But from what I understand, Coleman's surgery went well. We're very glad to report he is expected to recover, albeit it will take a long time, but to recover from his injuries for the most part. Couple of things on my radar for tomorrow's program and thereafter. We'll be taking a tour of the new Montgomery County High School in the morning. A couple of meetings on our radar. The Montgomery County Public Library Board will be meeting in special session tomorrow at 2. I did not receive an agenda with a special meeting, but I can tell you this follows the most recent special call meeting that did not actually take place. While we had a camera there, there was no quorum, as Chairman Brent Patrick was the only one present about a week and a half ago. He did speak, albeit not in a formal meeting setting, with their newly hired architects. It was then during that session that he did inform them that he had hoped to have a new library project shovel-ready, I believe, by the end of the month, to which they informed him it could take 4 months to a year before this newly hired firm could get to that point. We'll have the coverage of tomorrow's special session should there be quorum. There's not been a quorum for the last 2 meetings, I do believe. With that said, the Montgomery County Board of Education meets tomorrow night at 7. Do have an agenda for that meeting, as we always receive fundraisers and a couple of other items on a brief agenda. That will be Stanley Holbrook's last official meeting as superintendent of Montgomery County Schools. And we'll have, like I said, the tour of the school tomorrow. I'm set to take that with Stanley Holbrook tomorrow morning. A host of other news on tomorrow night's program. A truck stolen from the Parkway Convenient Mart very early this morning, a rollback, and right now the owner is putting out a substantial reward in hopes of getting some information on the whereabouts of his property. The red car hauler or vehicle transport is marked with TMB Recycling and Transport on the side of the truck, and it was stolen at the Parkway Convenient Mart. That is the business that sits near, but not right at, but near the Floyd-Montgomery County line, just to the left there at the mouth of Abbott Creek. Owner Tom Marcellet has confirmed that this truck was stolen last night sometime between 1 and 1:30. He's also offering a reward of $2,000 for the return of the vehicle and, of course, hoping for the arrest of those responsible. This is also not the first vehicle stolen from the business. I believe that belongs to Marcelette. I can recall him telling me about the theft of a personal pickup truck some time back. If you have any information, you may have seen this vehicle traveling sometime after that or even sometime earlier today or any other time. He has his phone number posted at 791-9823. That's 791-9823, and that's a $2,000 cash reward. Several days ago, I ran a report simultaneously about 3 individuals, 2 pastors and a third individual, all who had made what they believed were arrangements to meet and possibly have sex or sexual contact with an juvenile and underage individual, 2 traveling to Frankfurt, where authorities were awaiting them. It was authorities that they had been communicating with the whole time and not realizing. One of those individuals, a pastor from Indiana, the senior pastor at the time of the Jeffersonville First Christian Church, we have confirmed tonight, has taken his own life since being charged. 46-year-old David James Brown was arrested on the 15th day of this month in Frankfurt by police and investigators with the Kentucky Attorney General's office after they said that he used an online site to arrange a meeting for sex with what he believed was a minor, and when he got to the parking lot where they had arranged to meet, he was taken into custody. And at that time, he was the senior pastor at the First Christian Church of Jeffersonville. We also know that he was charged as a result with the use of electronic communications to procure a minor for sex, and he was lodged in the Franklin County Regional Jail. He was released on a $10,000 cash bond sometime after. As far as the church is concerned, he was placed on administrative leave after the arrest. All we know about his death is that it is believed to be a suicide and that it took place, we are also confirming, in the state of Georgia, where he was staying with family at the time. Back to local news and a pay raise for city employees, among other items discussed in the Sayersville City Council meeting, next. Hey everybody, come check out our pets of the week. This sweet guy is Pumpkin, and Pumpkin, as cute as he is just one of many kittens they've got available at the shelter. He and they are fully vetted and most all full of energy and ready for a forever home. And this beauty is Sabrina, a very happy hound mix, great with people. She's spunky and always has a smile and a tail wag. If you'd like to give them a forever home or to learn more about how to adopt, donate, or volunteer to walk, pet, or even transport an animal to the vet or to their new home, call Whiskers or Wags, the Johnson County Animal Shelter at 297-PETS. For high-speed internet starting at 15 meg for all of your gaming, movie, home, and business solutions, or to watch TV, including your favorite local channels without a contract with hundreds of channels and digital and HD quality, and to stay connected 24/7 with friends and family, a direct line to 911, or to give your business the link it needs, choose telephone service you know is always there. Just click on their link on this site to find out how affordable the latest technology in communications can be. Foothills Communications. They spoke of upcoming plans for the 4th of July, as well as looking ahead to our next 2 big events here in Sayersville and McGoffin County, as well as the second reading of the budget, which included a pay raise for city employees in last night's session of the Sayersville City Council. For the council and mayor's consideration was a resolution approving and authorizing an assistant agreement between the city of Sayersville and the Kentucky Infrastructure Authority to provide a loan in the amount of $615,000 and some change for a wastewater system improvement plan, basically a new water tank for the majority of the funds. It was a 3.2% loan. Everyone voted in favor of, with the exception of Councilman Tommy Bailey. Next, a resolution designating the city of Sayersville's applicant agent for the purpose of obtaining federal financial assistance under the Disaster Relief Act. Fire Chief Paul Howard was designated as that applicant. This is a no-salary position or title. Next, a motion to go into executive session where, among other items, they were to discuss an appointment of a delegate to represent the city on the McGoffin County Board of Tax Assessment Appeals. This is a topic that was brought over from the last meeting. After reconvening the meeting, coming out of executive session, they said that they wanted to table that particular motion in favor of getting some more information before making an appointment to the board. and later a second reading of the upcoming fiscal budget, which includes a pay increase, a raise, for all city employees, as detailed in this portion of the meeting.
Okay, ordinance for adoption, ordinance number 220-20, an ordinance adopting the annual budget for the year of July 1, 2016 through June 30, 2017, by estimating revenues, resources, and appropriating funds for the operation of city government. Everybody's had the budget. We had a budget meeting back 2 weeks ago here at City Hall. People come in and gave their comment. I'm recommending in this budget for a 50% raise on the hour for all city employees, which amounts to $18,000 added to our budget, which I've included in the budget with adopting this budget.
You want to adopt this budget first, or you want that whole?
That's within adopting the budget. That's, if you adopt it, it'll have a 50-cent raise in it, which will permission.
I make a motion that we give each employee 50-cent hour raise, and that we adopt this budget for the fiscal year beginning July the 1st, 2016 to June the 30th, 2017.
I have a motion to adopt the budget with a 50-cent raise for each employee, incrementing that. Tom Frazier seconded. Roll call, Mary Ann?
Yes.
50 cents on the hour now, correct?
50 cents on the hour.
And that's the police and fire getting an incentive from
That, and plus, the state gives the police and fire automatically 49 cents, so they'll be getting a dollar, really a dollar raise, whereas other employees will be getting 50 cents, 43%, so it'll be 99%.
This includes all the street department workers,
50 cents.
all city employees.
Yes, sir, that's.
You got it?
Tex?
Yeah.
Jeff Bailey?
Yes.
Tom Frazier?
Yes.
Tommy Bailey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenneth Williams? Yes.
That pay increase will go into effect July 1. In a brief mayor's report, he outlined plans for festival season, beginning with the 4th of July, the first on the list, that is. He also spoke of plans that are in the works for Community Day and Heritage Day in Sagersville and Magoffin County.
Mayor's report. I met with the Historical Society last week, and they wanted to thank the council for the last 2 years of taking over Heritage Days and helping with stuff around the cabins. They asked us to again take over Heritage Days this year and run it as we have in the past. So I agreed. I think it went really well, and they did too. So Community Day will be August the 20th in the park. The July 4th festivities, they're going to have the Watermelon Social on Friday night, 7 to 9, Friday the 1st from 7 to 9. Saturday the 2nd at 1 o'clock will be the parade. We'll be closed, shutting down the streets at 12:30 or a little bit after that, so everybody needs to get down there. 8 o'clock will be the street dance with the Joseph Band playing and Wendell Hoskins calling the sets. And we'll have the fireworks at dusk, and they're going to shoot them up on the water tower this year, so everybody should be able to see them really well this year. So. We done cleanup day, 2 weeks ago, I think the city did, and we collected a lot of stuff. That's all I can say. On the work on Coal Branch, we've got, where we did the pylon up there, they put a concrete in there and filled that in, and we put our clean out there at, right down from Mary Rouse there where the water was jumping the road. We took the 90 out and put a header wall in there and put a drain where we cleaned it out. So that should take care of the water problem on Coal
It's
Branch.
already made a difference.
We ain't had water across the road since we dug it out. And now we've got the drain in there with the grate on it so nobody can run in the hole now or anything, so. And then we went on above there at below Kennesaw or somewhere there and fixed that where it's breaking. And when we put the pylon in, it started washing. So we went there and had poured concrete and fixed it good for them, so. We're moving our way on down through Coal Branch. We've got a couple of other areas there that has to be taken care of, but we'll do that after the first of the year.
Mayor Shepherd also said that after speaking with the county government that they will be doing an official test of the weather warning siren, which we've covered here in the past several days, newly set at the Magoffin County Rescue Squad building, an official test just before the parade, to begin the parade, so to speak, at 1 o'clock this Saturday, to make sure that everyone hears the siren, is familiar with it, and knows just exactly what it means. He said that after the state sprayed for mosquitoes 2 weeks ago, they are set to spray in 2 more weeks, and that they will be spraying before the upcoming festivals, which we've already mentioned in this report. Kicking off your McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar, a happy anniversary wish. A happy first anniversary wish to Jerica and Justin Blackburn, with a wish saying, may God bless you both with many, 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 many more. Love all your family and friends. Happy anniversary. From our friends at the Kearney Free Will Baptist Church, in lieu of the upcoming Independence holiday weekend, there won't be any picking and grinning this weekend, but they wish you the happiest and safest of 4th of Julys. And like I told you, a somewhat short and sweet calendar, which gives me just a second to remind you, you can send your announcements to P.O. Box 1443 in Sagersville. Our email is yournewstoday@yahoo.com. I'm on Facebook at Ritter Mortimer. Our phone is 349-3699. The fax is 3221. And remember, you can always catch the program. It's always on our website at yournewstoday.com. This also serves as a reminder of something else I have on my schedule for later this week. The farmers market's getting ready to open, and they've got a few exciting things to tell us about. Look for that. Turning to funeral announcements, a service provided by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. We have a few listings tonight to pass along. The first in honor of 91-year-old James Franklin Blair of Paintsville, who was married to Mabel Owens Blair, who preceded him in death. Visitation is this evening and prior to Wednesday services. They'll start tomorrow in the afternoon at 1. Visitation and services are both from the McGoffin County Funeral Home Chapel, and burial will be at the Owens Family Cemetery at Lick Creek here in McGoffin County, once again in honor of 91-year-old James Franklin Blair. 74-year-old Ina Jean Prater Nelson of Martin passed away, survived by children David Nelson, Susie Bradford, Maria Goodman, Anthony Nelson, and here in McGoffin County, Veronica Little. Visitation is this evening at the funeral home in Martin, at the Hall Funeral Home, that is, and a celebration of her life will also be held there tomorrow beginning at 1, with entombment at the Johnson Family Cemetery. My apologies. And I've just received word of the passing, and with my apologies as well. There was an error in the fax with a line through it, and I'm just now realizing that it's Eileen Push, age 87, of Sagersville, as it kind of blocked out the name, but Eileen Push, 87, of Sagersville, passed away on today's date at the Sagersville Healthcare Center. Arrangements are incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Honest, I have been to IKEA. It was a little big for my taste and not necessarily to my liking. Nevertheless, it is a major distributor of furniture and other home goods, and they have announced a recall tonight after a subsequent death. After the 2015 announcement of a recall about some tip-over incidents involving some furniture, now we have learned that just this year, another confirmed death, this time of a 22-month-old boy from Apple Valley, Minnesota, who died when a MALM, that's the manufacturer or make, M-A-L-M, 6-drawer chest fell on him. This latest recall involves 29 million MALM and other models of chests and dressers due to a serious tip-over hazard. 6 deaths confirmed. Consumer Product Safety Commission, in cooperation with IKEA, is announcing the recall of all the chests and all the dressers that don't comply with the performance requirements of the U.S. Voluntary Industry Standard. The recalled children's chests and dressers are taller than 23.5 inches. The adult chests and dressers are taller than 29.5 inches. And the 29 million units of recalled chests and dressers include several varieties in 3, 4, 5, and 6 drawer versions. They're unstable if they're not properly anchored to the wall, and that poses a serious tip-over and entrapment hazard that can result in death, and indeed it has. 41 reports of tip-overs involving the chest, the deaths of 3 children, and 19 injuries to children as well. They will send you, the company, an anchor if you do follow up on the recall to properly secure it to the wall. To find out more about your furniture, if you have any, go to cpsc.gov, the Consumer Product Safety Commission's website, for any and all product recalls and subsequent information. Today, not so much cooler. Tomorrow, definitely so much cooler. 59 tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low in the upper 50s. Signals a change that's around the bend. A northwest wind 5 to 9, becoming light from the north after midnight. But tomorrow, mostly sunny and 78 degrees. 56 for your low on your Wednesday, and mostly clear skies. It's going to be a hard day to beat. Thursday, similar accounts. 82 sunny. 60 for nighttime lows under mostly clear skies. Another perfect and beautiful day in the neighborhood. And according to your Licking Valley forecast, Friday should be filled with skies that should warm up to about 83 degrees. A little fog at the onset lingering, but sunny skies. However, those sunny skies will be followed by clouds that are going to be on the increase Friday night, and that's where the next change comes. Thursday and Friday for your holiday weekend, which are really work days for most everyone, nice. Saturday and Sunday, Monday, not so nice. 80, mostly cloudy, a 40% chance of showers Saturday, and 80 and mostly cloudy, and another 40 to maybe 50% chance of showers on your Sunday. Independence Day, I think the sun makes a better return with partly sunny skies, but still a 40% threat of some showers and or storms. And with that, I'm going to cut it just a minute or two short. I'm off to the Ramey Park. We have a ball game tonight, one of Andrew's last few coming up for the summer, but a host of news. We have some other stories that we're also following as well. We hope that you'll join us back here for that, possibly another animal abuse story that we're following up on after a complaint from a viewer, and some other news and information when we see you back here tomorrow night. For now, thanks for watching.